Hey everyone, I hope you had a great day. In this video we are looking at some new r/malicious compliance stories. I hope you enjoy them. The first story is called Expense Reports. The bane of any business traveler, the dreaded expense report. Back in the late 90s, I worked for one of the largest software manufacturers in the world. If you had a certain kind of computer that had been around for a while, you used their software. Their reps were notorious for showing up right before a renewal was due, slapping down a contract and saying, "Sign it or 90% of your software goes away." Oh yeah, we were loved. We had an admin that handled our expense reports out of New York. She was a stickler for the rules, to the point she FedExed one back to a guy because he had missed a $1 local call in his hotel bill and for him to redo it. Yes, she had the company spend $20 to fix a $1 error. She was that bad. Anyway, a new rule came down that said all receipts must be itemized. Supposedly because of sales putting alcohol on their meals, which was not allowed. Not sure if it was her or someone else, but reports started to be sent back even for stuff that was below the dollar threshold for expenses. So we started to scramble to find receipts. One trip I ordered Chinese takeout at my hotel and I asked the confused lady on the phone for an itemized receipt. It showed up as the kitchen ticket, entirely in Chinese. I had a very evil grin as I saw it. After that, I made a point of ordering takeout from little mom-and-pop Chinese restaurants and submitting the kitchen receipts in my expense reports. I even saved them from the local restaurants when I was at home, so long as even the dates were in Chinese, and used them as filler when I couldn't get one. All the folks I worked with got a chuckle out of it, but believed that I would get a nasty email or call from her. But I didn't. Eventually, it came down from on high that only meals above $10 needed receipts, and only anything with a client needed to be itemized. We also found out that she had been fired for letting expense reports pile up on her desk and not submitting them on time. She had also been sticking to the letter of the rules for any excuse to bounce reports back so she didn't have to deal with them. The next story is called Safety Over Compliance. Many years ago, I was in charge of a maintenance department for a major automotive manufacturer. There had been several instances of people getting injured. And unfortunately, maintenance crew members were the highest of risk when the chiefs were assessing who is the priority for trialing some new strategic prevention methods. So, long story short, I had to make sure that my team always wore the following: long sleeves or gauntlets, eye protection, food protection, ear protection, head cover or bump guard, and if entering a station or cell, then Kevlar gloves must be worn. So, as you can imagine, it was quite cumbersome and did result in increased repair times when machines stopped or broke down. Nevertheless, people were safer to some extent. Well, this quickly became 100% mandatory, and I had to literally write people up for any minor infringement. Very little discretion, and I did fall out with a few guys. One guy, who I had to address several times, ended up being put on a final warning and decided to become overly compliant. After reprimanding multiple times to wear PPE at all times, the guy went into the safety cupboard and ensured he wore everything that was possible. I mean, the guy was covered in asbestos removal equipment, breathing apparatus, and full-on exoskeleton aids, the works. He made sure each shift he wore this continuously, even through break times. To give him some credit, he was compliant. However, his repair times were terrible, and I and my supervisors could not take any actions, as he was just being safe. I still laugh to this day, as he kept it up for around 7 months and then left the company. The third story is called Do Not Interrupt Me. I was in my first semester of college, working at my first full-time job. I was taking phone calls one day when I received a phone call that went something like this. "Hello, thank you for calling. I was interrupted." "Hello. I'm calling to complain. Your office provided dentures for my grandmother and you charged her far too much for them. I'm sorry about that, but this isn't..." Interrupted again. "But nothing. How can you possibly treat an elderly person this way? You clearly took advantage of her and..." Now I try to interrupt. "Excuse me, if I can say something real quick." It didn't work and I got interrupted again. "No, do not interrupt me. I have something to say to you people. You should be ashamed of yourselves." So I did as they asked. I didn't interrupt. This continued for a solid 45 minutes. They laid into me hard. Very upset about the way that the grandmother was treated. They were fully justified, I might add. She was treated horribly and was clearly taken advantage of with her procedure. They come to the end of their rant. I will be reporting your office for your behavior. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, I'm terribly sorry for how your grandma was treated. That's horrible, and nobody should take advantage of the elderly that way. But I'm afraid you have the wrong number. That's what I was trying to tell you. Silence for a few seconds. This isn't the dental practice? No, this is another business. We build websites for dental practices. The dental practice is our client. I was a tech support agent for a dental website company. Somehow this person got our phone number from the practice's website, and since they were deafened to rage, they wouldn't listen when I tried to inform them. They apologized for wasting my time and wished me a good day. I thanked them for the apology, wished them an equally good day, and had a very good laugh with my coworkers once they hung up. The last story is called Thanks for the Self-Report. My company offers both a 1-year subscription and single continuing education courses for professionals. The way it works is that a customer orders a subscription, and we have a script that wants to change their shopper group to allow them to purchase courses for free until their subscription expires. I had a customer order 30 hours of PDH today, most dates annual requirements, and then sent me 3 emails within 30 minutes demanding I correct errors about dates and how many products were in each order. He accidentally ordered 2 copies of one free course and wanted me to correct the count to 1 for some reason. I was tempted to just send back a boilerplate response, basically saying a polite version of, "Dude, they are free courses, it doesn't matter how many were on the invoice." But I realized something else might have happened, and he was telling on himself. Our system only disables accounts when the correct script is run. The script runs either when a customer places an order or when we run it manually at the beginning of the month. I checked, and sure as heck the dude's subscription ran from December 10th, 2019 through December 9th, 2020. And the orders he was demanding to be fixed were from December 12th, 2020. It's a known exploit, but the vast majority of our customers are decent people. Normally, I would just explain the situation, congratulate them on their short free extension, and wish them well. But the customer was very clear that he wanted the issue corrected. So I cancelled his order from the 12th, and I sent back a lovely email thanking him for being such an upstanding person to self-report that he had been allowed to order after his subscription expired. And I offered him a discount code for any future purchases. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Also, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new here. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.